This is Dave Nichols from Bolt Motorcycle Hardware here at our headquarters in Atascadero, California. Most people know us for our fastener kits, which we feel are the best fastener kits available for your motorcycle. We have a fully functional machine shop. That's how we produce those kits, and we've come up with some products out of our machine shop that we'd like to share with you today. One of these products is our chain adjuster blocks. These are made out of 6061 billet aluminum on our mill here in the shop. They're anodized and laser etched with all the markings. What's unique about these blocks is the fit and function on the motorcycle. They come in this clamshell. Included in the package is 2 chain adjuster blocks. They're made in the USA, 6061 billet aluminum on our CNC mill, laser etched markings. They come with the chain adjuster included, ready to install on the motorcycle, pre-prepped with anti-seize, as well as a replacement nut. For this Kawasaki KX450, it comes with a castle nut and a cotter pin. This is a Fuji-Lock nut, which replaces that cotter pin and castle nut, making it much simpler, more like a Honda or Suzuki nut. When you open the label, it includes 2 stickers, and when you fold it out, full instructions on how to install these. I'm going to demonstrate an installation on this KX450, and I think you'll agree with me that these are a must-have on your motocross bike. The first step to installing this product is to take off the stock axle nut that comes on this Kawasaki. As I mentioned, it has a castle nut and a cotter pin, which really doesn't belong on a racing motorcycle. We replace that with our Fuji-style lock nut. We'll keep that handy while we pop out the stock axle, let the wheel dangle by the chain, remove the stock axle blocks from the axle side and the nut side. The next step will be to remove the stock chain adjuster screws. So we want the screw all the way out of the swing arm with the axle removed on both sides. Now that you have all of the stock hardware out of the swing arm, we can install our new chain adjuster blocks. Remove the cap exposing the anti-seize thread prep on the new chain adjuster screw. Insert it into the channel of the new chain adjuster block. Notice that the axle side of the blocks, this is the side that the axle will key into, is on the sprocket side of the motorcycle. This is always the correct way to install an axle. If you previously had your axle head on the brake side of the motorcycle, switch it back to the sprocket side. And then, while holding the chain adjuster screw in the block, insert it into the swing arm and start the threads with your fingers. You'll notice that as I thread this into the swing arm, because of the way the bolt interacts with the chain adjuster block, it becomes one piece, part of the swing arm. Can't move forward or backward. This nut, as I mentioned before, is locked in place on this screw. So this will become the adjusting hex in the future when you adjust your chain. So spin this in by hand, and you may need to at some points use your 12mm open-end wrench to get this close to the adjustment you had it when you removed your axle. Okay, now I've installed my axle blocks on the axle and the nut side of the motorcycle and keyed them in to their adjusting bolts. I got it close to my last adjustment, and now they're ready to install the axle. You'll notice our aligning marks we keep very simple. We have a front and a back aligning mark which locate the axle to the ruler markings on the Kawasaki swing arm. Only one line is engaged at a time, so rather than having to count lines on your axle block, you know you're only referencing the front or the back line. When the back line exits the ruler markings on the swing arm, the front line will engage, making sighting in your place on the axle very simple and easy to do. Another benefit to these blocks now is when the axle's out, as it is now, they're in the swing arm. You don't lose your adjustment. You don't have the parts laying on the ground waiting for the axle to be reinstalled. This is now part of your swing arm connected by the adjuster bolt. Let's throw this axle back in the motorcycle, which is just like you did before. Look on the nut side to make sure you're aligning with that hole and key the head of the axle into the new chain adjuster block. Now remember we're going to replace that cumbersome castle nut and cotter pin with our new Fuji style lock nut. Remember to reinstall your stock washer. I'm going to spin this nut on. I'm not going to tighten it, just spin it. And now, as you can see, you can adjust this chain with one wrench, one 12mm wrench in or out on this fixed nut on the chain adjuster screw. Also, previously you would have to jam the wheel forward by either putting a rag or a wrench in the sprocket to hold the wheel forward when you were tightening the axle. Now this wheel is locked in place before the axle's tight, so there's no more need to do that. Simply tighten your axle when you find your adjustment and you're ready to ride. Some more products we have for 2010 are these aluminum works washers. You ever walk around the factory pits and notice all the cool drilled out washers on the factory bikes? Well, now you can have them in this kit. These hold on front fenders, radiators, gas tanks, rear fenders. This is a really trick and low price point product that can dress up your bike real nice. We also are offering our Works Tank washer. This is the same washers, just anodized colors. We have them in yellow, green, red, and blue. This is simply replaces your tank washer that's stock and dresses it up just like you'd see on Wyndham's bike or anybody else in the factory pits. Our Works Tank bolt is a complete bolt made out of 6061 billet aluminum. The collar, washer, and hex are all one piece, and it's got steel threaded inserts for reliability. These threads won't wear out like an aluminum fastener. I'm going to install this product right now and show you how it looks on the bike. The Works Tank bolt is easy to install. Simply take out the stock bolt and washer with your T-handle wrench. When the bolt's off, use the bolt once again to remove the collar that comes on the Kawasaki. Collar's out. Remember, your Works Tank bolt includes a collar integrated into the washer. We'll install the Works Tank bolt. After you get the thread started, get the T-handle on there. As you're tightening it, you may notice the rubber grommet spinning as the shoulder is a fairly tight fit. This is okay because the bolt bottoms out on the shoulder before it crushes the rubber grommet. There it is. That's just a few of our new products for 2010. Keep an eye out for our fastener kits as well. They get better every year, and we're always doing R&D to make those the best kits you can buy. These products are available at our website, www.boltmotorcyclehardware.com, and they're also available in dealerships all around the world.